Today we're going to be going over 10 cars we need licensed in Vehicle Legends, but before I do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video, but without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first few cars I think that need to be added are from Lamborghini, starting off with the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ or SV. I'm going to count this as one car because technically it's just an Aventador with different trims, but these two are my personal favorite trim of it. So the Aventador SVJ slash SV, you know, people love this car. Like, it's a very beloved car, and since Vehicle Legends, well, it's clearly targeted for a younger audience, and younger audiences, they like Lamborghinis, especially Aventadors. If Vehicle Legends manages to get Aventadors, especially the SVJ or the SV licensed, it will attract a lot of players, so I would say that's something very worth it. Next up, we have some more Lamborghinis, very similar situations to the Aventador like I just explained, but we want to get the Huracan Performante and the Huracan STO. I'm counting these as one car once again because technically it's just a Huracan, just different trims of it. But like everything I said with the Aventador, you know, kids love Lambos, kids play Vehicle Legends, it only makes sense for them to license it. And if they were, I mean, I'm not saying that they should do this because some people would be mad, but I mean, if they did put it in like a car pack, they would probably make a lot of money. People would pay for an Aventador in a car pack or a Huracan in a car pack, I feel like, because like, I mean, licensed Lambos, it's just going to be something that would make the game a ton of money, I think. But now let's move on from Lamborghini and transition over to the next brand of cars, which would be McLaren. At number 3, we have the McLaren 765LT. You know, I just love the 765LT. There's so much stuff you can do with this car in real life. Hopefully Vehicle Legends would add these options. I believe Driving Empire already has, but stuff like, you know, gradients on the car, full carbon options, roof scoop, all that stuff. You know, the 765 is my favorite McLaren at the moment because of how much stuff you can do to this car. It's amazing. I love it. After that, we have a McLaren Senna. Okay, so very track-focused car from McLaren. They're a hypercar. I don't know what the series is called, but it's in some kind of special edition series or something. And, you know, of course, a McLaren hypercar. I mean, who doesn't want that in the game? It would be amazing, right? Speaking of McLaren hypercars, though, next up we have the McLaren P1. 3 McLarens on this list. Pretty amazing. So, McLaren P1, I mean, it's just an iconic McLaren. Everyone knows about a McLaren P1 if you like cars. You know what it is. You know what it looks like. Once again, same deal as Lamborghinis. If people recognize, oh, that's a McLaren P1 and they have it in this game, it would definitely help the player count go up in this game. So I feel like, you know, it's worth it for Vehicle Legends to spend money on some McLaren licenses. Alright, now next up, I would really love to see some Porsches get added to the game. So, first on my list, this is another car that, you know, younger audiences seem to love lately, and that's the Porsche GT3 RS. If they added that car, very recognizable, very eye-catching. If they were able to license Porsche, that would be amazing. That's all there is for the GT3 RS. Next up, though, the Porsche 918, very iconic, similarly to the McLaren P1. It's in the hypercar trio. What is it called? The Holy Trinity. That's what it is. The Holy Trinity of cars. Porsche 918 would be amazing to get in the game. Very iconic car. Then after that, we're moving on to Mercedes. Okay, that's a big jump. Okay, from Porsche to Mercedes. Actually, that's not too big of a jump. I mean, I guess we're going from supercars to, you know, luxury cars, maybe some sports cars. But Mercedes is also German like Porsche. Anyways, we got Mercedes AMG 1 on the list. Pretty crazy new hypercar out there. Kind of like an F1 car for the streets. Could be pretty cool to see licensed in the game. Next one I got on my list of cars I want licensed is the Mercedes AMG Black Series. Another very cool looking Mercedes, very eye-catching because of that huge spoiler. I think it would just be amazing to have in the game. Last but most certainly not least, we have some Aston Martins. I would love if they could add Aston Martin, man. I don't even care what Aston Martin is. We don't have a particular car for number 10. It's just the brand overall. Like, I would love to see any Aston Martin. It could be any one of the Aston Martins. I think Aston Martins look very beautiful, very underrated cars. So, you know what? If they added Aston Martin, that would be amazing. Fantastic. But that's my list of cars I think that we should get licensed in Vehicle Legends. Comment down below if I missed any that are good. Of course, you know, I've realized now I missed Koenigsegg and Bugatti. I know a lot of people are going to want those. So, anything else that you think I missed though besides those two, comment below. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe, ring that notification bell so you never miss another upload. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.